Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here. I have today two junk journals. Both of them are Golden Book, and the theme of these journals are time or clocks or however you want to look at that. Um, I'll start with this one. I don't know if I'll get to this one, depends on how long the video goes for, but this, whoopsie, there we go. This one is a favorite. I have never seen this particular little Golden Book before until I saw this. What was different about it, it's a thinner cardboard on the cover, front cover and back cover, but I think they did that because on the inside there's clock hands that actually spin, and I've never seen that type of thing on a little Golden Book before. It has two signatures, a 2-inch spine, and instead of a tassel, I have a shower hook. Again, I think this is by Ingrid Carlson. This isn't my original idea, with some beads and a little clock charm that I made on it. I left the inside front cover plain because this was just too cute and I would never remove those little hands. First page is just, it's a fabric. It was a fabric cardstock, and I use that term loosely, if you will, that had clocks all over it. I had found this at Joann's quite a while ago on clearance, and it had been in my stash for years. This was perfect for it. Inside's a pocket that's made from a children's book. I don't remember which one. Oh, I think I need my glasses here. This looks like a time card of sorts. And an envelope that was made out of some cardstock. Inside is just a folded note sheet. Next page we have an uptuck. This, it's a thin cardstock or paper. This is actually printed on there. That is not actual tape, but I still like the look of it. Here's a little journaling card. It has the definition of the word clock on it. And this is from a best catalog from the 70s, I think, that's showing 2 anniversary clocks. I'm a clock person. I like clocks. I have clocks in every single room of my house, including the hallways. So you never have an excuse of running late because you didn't know what time it was. Here's a grandfather clock with just some journaling space underneath. Here's a page from the best catalog with bedside radio alarm clocks, I guess they were referred to back in the day. Here's an angled belly band. It's a watch strap. And a journaling tag with the top definition is the word time. Here's 3 little mini pockets, embellished with a little felt flower, a little paper flower. The top one holds a tag, price tag with a little clock on it. I believe this was an ad for a Rolex. And a journaling tag with another little, it's a little teddy bear clock. It's a sheet of player piano music. A side pocket with a, I think this is from some scrapbooking paper in one of the cutouts. This is an image of Big Ben, the clock tower, and this is just a journaling sheet. Rubber stamp. That's one of my favorite rubber stamps for journals. I use that one a lot. And I embellished it with buttons, little buttons. Nothing extravagant. This is a double pocket with pink alarm clocks, a flashcard of the letter C, and an index divider that has a clock, nothing on the back. A little clock that's cut from a children's book. We have a belly band with watches showing different time and some stationery. Here's a bunch of different clocks that I colored and then collaged together. I believe these are printed from the Graphics Fairy. I've mentioned before I love everything on her page. She does great stuff. And I guess it's a belly band of sorts. Here's a note sheet that says, tickety-tock, what time is it? That's just striped. Really, I can open it. It's a sheet of paper. Just a sheet of paper. And a journaling tag with a little poem about the schoolroom clock. I think I colored this with not ink. I used watercolor pencils. That's how I got that shading. I like that a lot. Here's a music page to Step in Time, which is Mary Poppins, I believe, from that movie. Here's a pocket. I punched holes and laced it. It holds a flashcard that was made into a journaling card with a bunch of watches on it. I like to take leftover strips of my cutoffs if I trim a sheet down, and I will basket weave it and glue it down onto a sheet of paper or manila file folder, and then sew around it to get a journaling tag. And then the 10 most important things to do tomorrow. Over here's a grandfather clock from a children's book with the poem Hickory Dickory Dock, and I just made a little flip pad here sewn onto the page. A little journaling tag, you might say, with the first definition is clock. And here's an embellished index card that shows a puppy, and I stamped the word playtime at the top. Over here's a journaling card. Just says hour, plain on the back. Look at that peeled up. I'll have to glue it down. I don't know if it's the humidity in my house or what, that stuff does not stick. But anyway. Inside is some play money and just an orange index card that was stamped with a clock. Note sheet. Here's a pocket. This is a clock. It's a chipboard clock. Don't remember where I got it from. And this is a book plate that has maps on it, and I stamped it with 2 different clocks. And a little tag that holds a children's watch. That's like an entry ticket. It's a time card that was folded into a pocket and sewn. Here we have another Rolex watch. And for the life of me, I can't remember what those are called. A timer. That's not the word I was looking for. I guess that just holds this. Graph paper, the stamp, some strips of leftover scrapbook paper that were glued together and then pleated up and sewn down to create like a ruffle. This is an embellished paper clip. Has a clock on it. A journaling card. Just says file. And an envelope. And inside the envelope is another journaling card that's a clock. Some alarm clocks. I believe that was also out of the Best catalog. A little paper cluster here stamped with an alarm clock. This is from a game, What's the Word? The word was morning, but there's an alarm clock. And another alarm clock. This was cut out from, not a catalog. I'm not sure where that's from. Here's 2, I guess you will call them sewing ladies. And one says to the other, that's a horrible idea. What time? Doesn't matter if it's horrible, let's do it, right? Who cares? Here's a journaling tag. There's never enough time to do all the nothing you want. Yes, so true. And here's a Norman Rockwell photo. It was from the cover of the magazine back in 1943. A man, I guess he's setting the clock there. And this is just a time card. The start of the second signature that has a cardstock with clocks all over it. And this is a clear pocket that has an embellished index card with a clock and a little file folder with some flowers on it. This is a fabric pocket here on the other side. And it holds, I think this is a school teacher planner log, or I don't know what kind of book you would call it, but that's what that's from. Pocket journaling tag. This was dyed with alcohol ink and rubber stamped. And this is just a journaling card, and I embellished it with little dots of gold puffy paint. It's just plain on the other side with that exception. Some ledger paper with a fabric cluster. And that is just some washi tape so the staple wouldn't scratch anybody or get your sleeve caught on it or snag any clothing. Here's a pocket made from a children's book. I think it's a Christmas one. A journaling card with the definition of hand. Clock has 2 hands. And this is just alcohol ink dyed photo paper to make a journaling card. Another image of Big Ben. Made the side pocket. It just has a journaling note. And this little folio that I made with tons of writing space there. And just a journaling card that says clock. You tell time by the clock. I think that's from a children's dictionary. That's a little tight fit. This is some drawer liner. It still has a light scent to it. Corner pocket. It's a Rita flip. Those are some digital numbers from an alarm clock, folded to make a trifold journaling tag, another timesheet, and a bridge score tally. Paper flip. I think there's 4 pages. Plenty of journaling space there. Here's a sales tag for a Rolex watch. I think I've printed that off and then wrote in 9,500. Here's a clock turned into a pocket that holds a photo. And what this is, my dad was a commercial artist. And he had books that were, I guess you would say, before you could buy images online. So a lot of them are vintage looking. Cut them out. Use scissors to get the edging. And I love those books. And here's a tag with clocks all over it. I can show you the book that comes in. It says vintage super stock. So I guess before you could buy stock photos online, this is what you had. So it's just loaded with vintage photos. Most of them are black and white. And I use it all the time. As you can see, I've cut some out. But they're just great. Love it. Found it when we were cleaning out my dad's art room. So I put it to good use. I call these an L pocket because, well, it's in the shape of an L. Self-explanatory. But here's an embellished index card one of my sarcastic ladies, and it says, to make time fly, throw your watch out the window. Yeah, that's how you feel when you're at work, right? And here's an address sheet from Address Book. Here's some kids from a children's book. I believe this is Eloise Wilkin, who is the illustrator. She's one of my favorites because she has such sweet-looking children that she draws. And punched out nap time on the Dymo label maker. Here's double pockets, an index card with a stopwatch, and this is what I call a swing tag with a cat looking at its watch. And over here's another thing of play money and a journaling tag that said, "No man goes before his time unless his boss leaves early." And that's by Groucho Marx. Eyelet ruffle. Oh, not yet. This is just a family eating dinner because it's dinner time. And the clock sticker over on this page. And then the eyelet ruffle is along there. This is cardstock, but it almost feels like wallpaper with a family time sticker. Some more ledger paper of some sort. Here's a shaker card. And this is from a children's book. Little boy looking at his watch, trying to learn how to tell time with the cat playing with the clock as well. Just punched out a sun there. This page was stamped with "Turn Back the Hands of Time." We just have a journaling tag and a journaling card for the definition of time. Again, from a children's dictionary, a different one. This is a learning to tell time flashcard. And each one has a different clock on the front of it. I like that deck. Ledger paper, single pocket that holds the definition page for time, and another flashcard. This one has an anniversary clock. Fabric pocket. Has a journaling tag. And I guess you would say a note card that says T is for time. Oh, it's a journaling card. I thought it opened, but it doesn't. And then just the end page and the inside back cover that I left alone. So that's it for the first one on how to tell time. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. This journal is listed over in my Etsy shop by the same name, Retro in Time. If you'd like to take a walk over there and look around, I'd appreciate that as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.